Algebra. How to multiply at brackets. Before we learn how to multiply at brackets, we have to understand why to multiply them in the first place. You must have been taught or heard somewhere that whatever is in the brackets should always be evaluated first. So technically speaking, I should deal with x minus 5 first, x plus 4 first, and 2x plus 3 first, because it's in the brackets. But the problem is I can't do it. And the reason for that is x and minus 5 are not like terms. In a similar way, x and plus 4 and 2x plus 3 are not the same type of terms. In order to simplify that expression then, we multiply at the brackets. So we multiply everything which is inside the brackets by the number or the term before the bracket. How do we do that? We do it as follows. I multiply 3 by the x. So it's 3x. And then I multiply 3 by minus 5. Bear in mind how I included that minus, because it also matters. 3 times minus 5 is minus 15. You can try the next one just on your own. So you can pause the video, try to evaluate example B, and I'll give you the solution in literally 5 seconds. Here is the solution. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times positive 4 this time is positive 8. Okay, what if we've got a bit more complicated terms? 4 times 2x. Now 4 times 2 itself is 8. I've also got the x, so I can't forget about this. And then 4 times positive 3 is positive 12. Try the next one yourself. The solution comes in 5 seconds. The solution. 3 times 5x. So 3 times 5 is 15, and I've still got the x. 3 times minus 1, 3 times negative 1 is simply negative 3. What if the first term in the bracket doesn't have an x, but the second one does? What do I do then? How to factor? It's not really much different. I just have to be consistent how I multiply. 5 times 4 is simply 20. There's no x this time. An algebraic expression with 3 terms. And 5 times, in this case, negative 2x. The first term, 5 times negative is the one involving x squared. The second one is involving x, and the third one is just try example F on your own. Now each of these terms have coefficients. Coefficients are basically numbers that are standing next to x's. The solution. 7 times 2. The first coefficient is just 3. The second one is minus 16. Bear in mind how I'm including the minus. And the last one is minus negative 4x. So everything apart from x is negative 28 has to be a coefficient. Now the first coefficient is called a. These are a bit more difficult examples because sometimes we're going to have to multiply 2 x's together. What happens? Here's how I factorize this expression. Just practically I draw 3x, a vertical line on the right hand side. X times x and always gives me x squared. I've still got the 3, so I'll simply get 3ac, which is 8 times squared. 3 times minus 12 is minus 36. Now 3x times positive 6. And then just b itself. B itself is positive 18x. So I've got 2 numbers. And I will try example H just yourself. I'm looking for a pair of numbers. I'll give you the solution. Multiply it, give me minus 36. But added together, give me minus 16. It's quite hard to actually get a pair of numbers straight away that
5x
meets
times
both
3.
conditions. So how about if we just concentrate
is 15x.
on finding a pair of numbers that
bear in mind I didn't multiply 2
x
x's together. It's just 5x less
just
3.
list
5
all
times
the
3
pairs
is
we can think
15.
of.
And the x
The
there
most obvious one. 1
also
minus
gets
36.
written down. Now 5x
Minus 1 and 36.
times a positive x.
2 and minus
X
18.
times x is x squared.
Minus 2
I have to
and
remember
18.
about the 5. So I put
3
5x squared.
minus 12. Minus 3 and 12.
If you're doing well,
4 and minus 9.
you can bear with me to move on
Minus
to
4
really
and 9.
difficult examples
6 and minus 6.
where we have to multiply
So all of these numbers,
higher powers of x.
when you multiply them within each pair, they always give you minus
Let me do
36.
example I for you.
But which of these numbers
8x
also
to the power of
meets the
4
second
times
condition?
3x
Meaning
to the
when
power
I
of
add
2.
them together,
I multiplied the numbers
which of them
8
gives me
times
minus
3,
16?
and
So
that
1
gives me
add minus
24.
36 is minus 35.
Now x to the power of 4
Minus 1
times
plus
x
36
to the power of
is
2.
35.
If we multiply
I need minus
terms with
16.
the same base,
2
x to
plus
the base,
minus 18 is the same as 2 minus 18, which is minus 16.
the powers will add up.
So this is the pair I was looking
So
for.
4 plus 2 is simply 6.
There's only one pair that meets this
Now,
that meets
8x
both
to the power
conditions. I
of
can
4
just disregard all the other ones.
Multiplied by
Now what
negative
does
3x,
that pair even serve
8
me
times
for?
minus 3 is minus 24.
This pair
And x to
serves
the
as
power
a
of
split
4
of the middle
times
number.
x. Simply
So basically I have to
upgrade
rewrite my whole
x to the power of
trinomial.
5. Try example J yourself.
The first term and the last
Pause
term
the video
changed,
and I'll give you the
but the middle
the
term
solution in 5 seconds.
gets split into positive 2 and minus 18.
So the
Start
solution 7x
plus
squared
2x
times
minus 18.
6x. So 7 times 6 is
Can you see
42.
how minus 16x is the same as plus 2x
x squared times
minus
x
18x?
is simply x to the power of 3.
Now what I do with that is
Now,
I
7x
group the
squared
terms in pairs,
multiplied by negative 3x cubed.
and then I just find the common factor from each pair.
7 times 3 is minus
The
21.
common factor for the first two terms is x.
X squared times
So if
x
I
cubed
factorize x out,
is x to the power of 5.
I'll get 3x plus 2. The second pair I can actually factorize
If you've managed everything
minus 6 out of
and
it.
you understand the whole method up till now, you can move
So
on
minus
to
6
much
times
difficult, much
3x
more
will
difficult
give me
level,
minus 18x,
which is multiplying two
and
sets of
minus
brackets.
6 times what gives me minus 12. It must be positive 2,
As you can see,
because if I had minus 2, minus 6 times
I've got
minus
2
2
sets
would
of
give
brackets in
positive
each of
12,
these
rather than
expressions.
negative.
Now can you
In
see
order
how
to
both of these
multiply all of these
terms
terms
by
now,
each other?
share the
We're
common
following
factor,
something which is called the
bracket.
FOIL method.
3x plus 2 and 3x plus 2. So
FOIL.
basically now, I just factorize the whole bracket
And
out
it
of that
stands
whole
for
expression.
First,
So what I've got is
so that is when we take into account
3x
the
plus
first
2, that's the whole bracket,
times the first term in each bracket,
and what I've got left from the first
then
one is just
outside,
x, and what I've got from the second one is minus 6.
so the outside terms,
And that's it finished.
then the inside.
Now if you want to check if this is correct, all you have to do is
So
just
3x
multiply the terms
once
to
inside.
see that you're going to get back
And the
that's
last,
3x squared minus 16x minus 12.
the last
Now
term
some of you
each
might be
bracket.
wondering this.
So let's start.
See that pair 2 minus 18?
X times x.
Why did I put plus 2x
Simply
minus
x squared.
18x and not the other way around? What
Now
would
the
happen
outside,
with these
x times
factorizations
4
if I put minus 18x first and then plus 2x later?
positive
Okay.
4x.
Let's find the alternative way of doing this one.
3 times x.
What if at this
3x.
stage I wrote
And the last one, 3
3x
times 4
squared?
is 12.
Now, not plus 2x, but minus
As you can
18x
see, I
first,
can actually combine
and then plus 2x,
these two terms because these are like terms, 4x and
and then
3x.
minus 12.
If I
So you
add
see,
them,
that's the
I will
same
get
thing.
x squared
Minus 18x plus
plus
2x
7x
is minus
plus
16x.
12.
I just swapped the order of these two.
Try
Now I'm
example
gonna
L
factorize
yourself, following the FOIL
And
method.
this one.
So pause
See
the
what I
video
get.
and I'll give you the exact. I'll give
If
you
I
the solution in
factorize
5 seconds.
The first two terms, I can take 3x out of it, and I will get
Okay,
x
solution.
minus 6.
The first one,
And
x
the
times
second
x
one-
is x squared.
I can take 2 out of it,
Outside,
positive 2,
x times 7
Also get x minus 6 is 7x. Inside. So this time the common bracket is x minus 6, I'll just take it out. And last, 2 times 7 is 14. And what I've got left here is 3x. Now what if you have to multiply some negatives? And what I've got left here is plus 2. Watch how I do example M. It shouldn't be really much more difficult than the previous ones. Well, this it's just we're introducing a minus in there. This one. So make sure you don't get the order of the brackets and make a mistake on this one. So both of these answers are obviously correct. X times x is obviously x. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you rewind the week video 7 and check it out step by step how it was done. Thank you. Minus 4 times x is minus 4x. And minus 4 times 7 is minus 28. I should have actually combined these two terms because this is not the final solution yet. X squared plus 9x plus 14. Same in this example. X squared plus 3x minus 28. The next example is even much more difficult than the previous one, and the reason for that being I have to multiply some numbers and minuses. So have a look how I'm doing this. 2x times 4 is 8x. 2x times negative 5x. 2 times 5 is minus 10. 2 times minus 5 is minus 10. And x times x is x squared. 3 times 4 is 12. And 3 times negative 5x is minus 15x. This time, the like terms is the 8x and minus 15x. A convention when it comes to writing down expressions with multiple different powers of x or any other unknown is that we always start with the greatest power first. The greatest power is minus 10x. I'm actually going to write down that term first. So it's minus 10x squared. Then I'm going to combine the terms with x. 8x take away 15x, that's just take away 7x. And then the last term is plus 12. Here are two examples for you. You can just pause the video and in 5 seconds I'm going to give you the solutions for both of them. The solutions: x squared plus 9x minus x minus 9. So that's x squared plus 8x minus 9. 12x squared plus 8x minus 15x minus 10. So that's 12x squared minus 7x minus 10. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned and got all the answers correct. Thank you.